big thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this episode.
I'm going to show you how you can make the most delicious barbecue chicken. I've got a special recipe that makes the best barbecue chicken ever. I'm going to share it with you. It's crazy delicious. It starts with flavor. And the first thing that I'm going to do is make a dry rub out of 2 tablespoons of fine salt, a tablespoon of paprika powder, a tablespoon of turmeric powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of cumin powder, and I'm going to finish off with half a tablespoon of ginger powder. I'm going to mix that up, and now my dry rub is done. Now that we got the flavor sorted, we're getting to the most important part. You gotta pick a beautiful bird with a lot of flavor. And the flavor from the chicken comes from the fatty parts. You can see this lump of fat at the bottom. That looks really, really nice. Don't discard this. This is gonna be flavor. You wanna keep that. If you roast the chicken like it is, it's not gonna cook evenly. So you need to figure out a way to get it to cook evenly. And the way is called spatchcocked chicken, which means we're going to turn it around, take a big chef's knife or a kitchen shear and work your way along that backbone, cutting it out. Now you can remove this completely for good looks, but I like to leave it on because there's fat and flavor. I'm going to lay the chicken down, spread it open, and then with a firm press, pop it, flatten it out. And now you got even thickness throughout the chicken, which means it's gonna cook even. So I'm gonna do the same for the second chicken, which means cutting out the back, laying it down, popping it, and it's flat. That's how you do it. Now it's time to season this bird with our homemade rub. Of course you can get grilled chicken seasoning, but this is just way better. And if you're looking for this recipe, of course you can find it on PitmasterX.com. Make sure you get some of it everywhere. Every little nook and cranny. That's all flavor. The chickens are all seasoned up and ready for the barbecue. I'm gonna be cooking these on the Burnhard smoker. I've got a special setting for this one. I want to go low and slow on this chicken. I want it to be as juicy as can be. So I'm starting off by putting in some hickory pellets. I'm gonna switch it on and I'm going to set it to smoke. And the smoke setting on this grill is the lowest setting you can have with a lot of smoke. And that's what I need, smoke flavor on my chicken. If you don't own a grill like this with a smoke setting, you just wanna set it to a temperature of around 100 degrees Celsius with some smoke wood and push out that beautiful smoke. Now my chicken goes on with the skin side down. This is important because that skin is going to protect the lean chicken meat from drying out. And while it's cooking, the fat's going to render down and penetrate deeper into the chicken meat. So now let's close the lid and let that chicken smoke for an hour. I just got the notification that my chicken has been smoking for an hour. Let's take a look at it. I can see that we got some beautiful red smoke color on the edges of the chicken. So that means it picked up smoke flavor. Now I'm going to push up the temperature and I'm basically going to roast the chicken, cooking it even further. I want to go up to 96 degrees Celsius core temperature on the chicken, which means I got to push up the temperature in the barbecue. I'm setting it to a roasting temperature of 150 degrees Celsius. Of course, I'm going to keep my eye on the temperature because that's the most important thing about cooking this chicken. It's got to be absolutely perfect. Just got the notification, the chicken is done. I'm going to take it off the grill and show you what it looks like. Whoa. So the first hour is smoking and the second hour is that crispy buildup. Look, that's what you get, crispy chicken all over. All of that skin turned crispy and crunchy. We basically air fried this chicken. Look at how that skin looks. Absolutely gorgeous. Another feature that I'm going to show you is that this chicken is now fall apart tender. So if I just put my fork underneath that crispiness, you can see that all that meat that sits below the skin has now become fall apart, shredding, juicy and tender. Absolutely delicious. Ready to be pulled, just shredding apart. All you need to do is go in there with your fork and just look at how beautiful that looks. We'll do the same right there on the other side. Open it up and then go into the breastbone. Shred it up with your fork. Now of course on the outside we got all of these spices and all of that flavor, and on the inside we have that juicy meat. But I'm not done yet. We're going to take that juicy meat to the next level. we're gonna add some flavor to it. I'm gonna chop up some parsley. I'm gonna heat up a pan, add around 100 grams of butter. Let it melt, add the parsley, add 3 tablespoons of our chicken rub and let it fry. And because that chicken has a full skin intact that sits on the bottom, it's basically a bowl filled with shredded chicken. And now we're gonna make it better by pouring over that beautiful, delicious butter. And that's how you turn an ordinary roasted chicken into something incredible. And you know it. If your chicken doesn't look like this or shreds like this, you ain't doing it right.